This mirror. I didn't put it here. I was told never to look. But you already did. Now I can finally see you. Who are you?
You finally see me.
No, that's not me.
It is you. I've been here all along.
She had one rule her entire life: never look in a mirror. The day she broke it, the reflection wasn't hers. In a quiet town, on the outskirts of Kampala, where boda-bodas hummed at dawn and neighbors knew each other's business, before sunrise, there lived a woman named Nabirie. At first, there was nothing unusual about her. She was calm, reserved, the kind of person people trusted, without knowing why. But Nabiria had a secret. From the day she was born, she had been given one rule, a rule so strange, no one outside her home could understand it. She was never supposed to look in a mirror, not in glass, not in water, not in anything that could show her reflection. As a child, she obeyed. Whenever she passed something shiny, her grandmother would gently turn her head away. At home, mirrors were covered. Even bowls of water were never left still for long. Her grandmother, Jaja Nankia, was a woman people respected and feared. She spoke little, but when she did, her words carried weight. Some things, she once said, are not meant to be seen. And that was all. Nabiria grew up trying to live normally, but it was never easy. At school, other girls admired themselves in mirrors, laughing, fixing their hair, taking photos. Nabiria always turned away. Her friends teased her. "Are you afraid of your own face?" She laughed with them, but deep inside, something felt wrong, not fear, something else, something she couldn't explain. As the years passed, strange things began to happen. People stared at her a little too long. Children stopped crying when she held them, but their mothers pulled them away. Dogs never barked at her, and one evening, a drunk man looked straight at her and said something she would never forget. "You don't belong here." Then he walked away. The next day, he remembered nothing, but Nabiria did. On her 25th birthday, she couldn't take it anymore. She went home and demanded the truth. For a long time, her grandmother said nothing, just watched her. Then finally, she spoke. "The day you see yourself is the day others will see you too." The words made no sense, but the warning felt real. That night, Nabiria stayed alone in her shop. The air felt heavy, too quiet. That's when she saw it. A mirror standing at the far end of the room. She was sure it had never been there before. She should have left. She almost did, but something pulled her closer, step by step, heart pounding. She stood in front of it, and for the first time in her life, she looked. At first, there was nothing. The mirror showed the shop, the shelves, the empty space behind her, but not her. It was as if she didn't exist. Confused, she leaned closer, and then, slowly, her reflection appeared, but something was wrong. The face was hers, but the eyes were not. They were darker, deeper, older, and then it smiled. Not the way she would smile. Something slower, something unnatural. Nabiria stumbled back, but the reflection didn't move. It just stood there, smiling, watching her. The next morning, everything changed. People looked at her with fear. A neighbor dropped her groceries. A child burst into tears. Even those who knew her stepped back. She ran home, shaking, and told her grandmother everything. This time, there were no secrets. Years ago, her grandmother had lost her daughter. In her grief, she turned to something she didn't understand. She performed a ritual. She asked for her child back, and something answered. A child returned. Jaja whispered, "But not alone. Your body came back, but something came with you." The rule was never about mirrors. It was about control. As long as Nabiria never saw herself, whatever lived inside her remained incomplete, unseen, without form. But the moment she looked, she gave it shape. She gave it identity. She gave it permission. Days passed, and Nabiria began to change. Her thoughts felt unfamiliar. Her reflection smiled when she didn't, watched when she turned away. People whispered, "She's not the same. There's something inside her." One night, she returned to the mirror. No fear this time, only determination. "Who are you?" she asked. The reflection smiled wider. "I am the part of you that was never meant to exist." Silence. Then slowly, it reached forward. Its hand touched the glass, and instead of pulling her in, it stepped out. The next morning, Nabiria was gone. No one saw her leave. No one knew where she went. But people still saw her, walking through the village, smiling, greeting everyone, like nothing had changed. Only one thing was different. If you looked closely, she never blinked. In a quiet town, if you stared into her eyes long enough, you would feel it. That quiet, unsettling realization. She was still looking for a mirror.